the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC rival, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. Afterburners coming. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
The offense down to the 25 now, first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give on the inside. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Skips away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They're backed up, first and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give to the tailback. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Quarterback keeper. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Texas A&M going quickly. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The hiatus in this great rivalry has been way too long, but guys, we were there the last time they squared off in 2011, and how great is it to have A&M and Texas back?
It's one of the most special rivalries in all of college football, and unfortunately with conference realignment, it took this game away. But now that they're both back in the SEC, David, we're back on in this great game.
Yeah, and we get to continue the hate, the pettiness. Just, you got to love it, man. That's what makes rivals so good. In-state rivals going at it. We lose that with conference realignment, but we get it back with this one.
At the 45 on its way. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Muhammad. Oh, it's out. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Grab behind the line. It's Barber. Across the 25. He's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Makes his connection.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. Wide out in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Handoff from the shotgun. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Across the 45. Running into the open space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Second down now after the sack. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Ewers. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Smokey the Cannon was firing the last time these two teams met as Texas pulled out a close one.
You know, when winning teams win a rivalry game like this, they get the bragging rights. That just seems like it's magnified in this state, though. That was a huge win for Texas a year ago.
Wait a minute, you mean everything's bigger in Texas? We've never heard that before. Obviously, when you beat the Aggies in a rivalry game, the bragging rights run deep for a whole year.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. It's held. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time. And
what a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to...
Snagged in the end zone! Touchdown, Texas!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And the quick shuffle pass. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the option. Still on his feet at the 45. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. On the option. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide receiver shows motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Got his man to the left. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On to attempt the try. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on first down. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. And the Aggies want to crank the tempo.
Brings up second down.
They want to run this quarterback. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to pass, it's Reed. Fires to the right. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Comes out throwing on first down. Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to...
Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And the extra point makes it 28-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quarterback extends the play. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Green 25.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
Running back, the ball carrier. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas 28, Texas A&M 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. The throw to the outside is complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Dropping back, it's Reed. And the ball's out, and they're after it. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
Okay, ready?
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Handoff to the lone back. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to throw. It's Ewers. It's complete to the right. Oh, the 360. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful.
Let's go.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
The running back is carrying the ball. Brought down on the play at the 11-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready up.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. And the timing just a hair off.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
They run the reverse. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Okay, ready?
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry.
Okay,
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Razor.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge. You're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Ready,
Texas
set.
A&M back to work with another first down.
Cobra. Face it. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Ready.
They've
fight.
moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10.
Lasso.
Right back to the well.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Ready.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Cricket.
Wide out in motion. Now on the move. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. The Aggies get it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Reed. Flushed out of the pocket. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense. And this offense would have taken a lot more of that today. It's been a rough day. Let's call a spade a spade. They haven't played like we've seen them play in the past. This offense needs to find the run game, needs to find a little bit more balance, create some explosive plays on the ground, because today was not a day they're going to look back, watch the tape, and be impressed.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense starts with a short field. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Second down after that incompletion. To the air, it's Ewers. He's not afraid to go deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
Texas 35, Texas A&M 14.
Just about set to kick it away.
set to kick this one away.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the ball squirted out. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's Ewers. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.